All right, good to have you back. eNCA Tavern owner Ndevu is expected in court today. A toxicology report has revealed that the 21 teenagers suffocated to death on the 26th of June. But parents are not completely satisfied with this particular explanation. Ndevu faces charges of selling or even supplying alcohol to children under the age of 18. And eNCA senior reporter Aviwe Mtila is following developments and joins us now. Aviwe, good to have you and good morning to you, colleague. We spoke yesterday to you. You were speaking to a parent who is anticipating receiving some closure after that report from the health department. Did they receive that? Are the parents satisfied?
We can expect those disgruntled parents to come here today. Remember that the cause of death left more questions than answers. But today we're expecting Ndevu, the manager of eNCA Tavern, to be back at the magistrate court in East London. Of course, that's for the pre-trial conference. But there's interesting developments now. We have been reliably informed that, in fact, Ndevu, who's the wife and the actual license holder, has now been charged as well. So we're expecting her to make her first appearance at the magistrate court alongside her husband. That's Ndevu. Of course, we do remember it was just 2 days after the death of these teenagers when the Liquor Board issued that compliance notice for breaching the Liquor Act itself. You remember that they are charged around selling liquor to underage teenagers. That's the case that's in court right now. But it was quite even confusing as to why Vuyokazi, the person that's the actual license owner, wasn't even charged officially in court. But now, of course, those developments suggest that she'll be appearing here alongside her husband, making her first appearance, while we're expecting Ndevu to be undergoing the pre-trial conference. So we're not sure what will happen in court, whether it will be postponed for then to get Vuyokazi up to speed in terms of then having them both go to the pre-trial conference together.
Ed, I mean, we know that, of course, we're expecting both of them now to make an appearance, or at least we know Kangelani will be making that appearance in court. But, of course, leading with the story this morning about the parents, what are the next steps for the parents? Because if they're not satisfied, surely they want more answers. Aviwe, do we know what the next steps would be from the parents of the teenagers?
Well, the parents did say that, in fact, they will be in conversation. You do know that the majority of them are in constant communication. They even have a WhatsApp group. So they did say that they'll be in that communication to then find a way forward. But they are suggesting that they will be taking legal action. They're saying that they're not happy with the outcomes of the cause of death. There are more questions than answer. They don't believe that it is the suffocation that has been detailed to them by the Department of Health. So they're saying that they're not happy at all. They're not satisfied. They will be seeking legal advice. But of course, we're expecting them here as well. They'll be busted. In fact, we do know that there are advances that will be moving from the different abodes and homes around East London, taking them here then to court to come and see the developments that will be happening here today. In fact, they do know that Vuyokazi Ndevu will be also in the stand today, something that they're quite happy about, given that the actual license holder of eNCA Tavern and the owner is Vuyokazi Ndevu, and the husband, Ndevu, is the mere manager. You do understand the Liquor Act itself does allow that the owner appoints a manager, which in this case has happened, and Ndevu is the manager of eNCA Tavern.
All right, we'll leave it there, and I appreciate you, of course, giving us this update. We'll be sure, of course, colleague, to catch up with you throughout the day should there be any other developments around the story. Aviwe Mtila monitoring that story for us, where we know that, of course, the owners of the eNCA Tavern were at least now being charged and expected to appear in court. But the parents, on the other hand, not fully satisfied with the report they received just yesterday.